Hello, viewers. Welcome to Football Discussion Daily. I'm your host, CGO. Please endeavor to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and other platforms. Thank you very much. On the show, we'll be talking about results of games played on match day 16 of the FIFA World Cup. Those games were played on Friday, 26th June 2026, and the results are Norway lost 1-4 to the French national team, Les Bleus, and then Senegal defeated Iraq 5 goals to nothing. Cape Verde played a goalless draw against Saudi Arabia. That game was played at the Houston Stadium, and then Uruguay they crashed out of the competition, losing 1-0 to the Spain national team, Spanish national team, at the Guadalajara Stadium in Mexico. Egypt and Iran played a 1-1 draw at the Seattle Stadium, and then New Zealand lost. They lost 5-1 to Belgium at the BC Place in Vancouver. If you look at the game between Norway and France, Norway they rested their key players. A player like Erling Haaland was not featured in that game, so they rested him for the game for the round of 32 game. Even Martin Odegaard was not also in the team that played for Norway. For France, we had Ousmane Dembele scoring a hat-trick in this encounter. He scored in the 7th, in the 20th, and also in the 32nd minute of the game, making him the first player to score an hat-trick in the first half of the FIFA World Cup since Russian forward Oleg Salenko scored 3 of his 5 goals in the opening 45 minutes game against Cameroon at the 1994 World Cup in the United States. The last time that record happened was in the United States in 1994, and now we're having the same thing repeating itself in the United States. So it happened in the United States in 1994, and then happened again in the United States in 2026. So Ousmane Dembele did very well, had an hat-trick, and then we also had Desire Doué scoring in the 94th minute to cap up things for the French Les Bleus. The scorer of Norway's goal was in the 21st minute, Tello Asgard. He was the one who scored the only goal for the Norwegians. He scored a minute after Ousmane Dembele scored the second goal for France in the 20th minute. So a minute later, he was able to score one. And then Ousmane Dembele scored again in the 32nd minute. And then we have Desire Doué wrapping up things in the 94th minute. The French team dominated the game more compared to the Norwegian side. So that was the outcome. And France finished at top of the group with maximum 9 points. That was what the French team had after defeating the Norwegians. So they finished 9 points with a goal difference of +8. And then, so what it means is that they scored 10 goals and only conceded 2. Norway finished 6 points. They had 6 points. And then the Senegalese national team, they went on rampage against Iraq. They took the lead in the 4th minute through Habib Diarra. And then in the 30th minute, Iraq got a red card. Ribin Sulaka was given a red card. And in the second half of the game, the Senegalese went on rampage against Iraq. Ismail Sarr scored in the 56th minute. Pape Gueye scored in the 59th minute. He scored another goal again in the 71st minute. So which means Pape Gueye scored at a brace. And then in the 82nd minute, we had Ilman Diaye scoring at the 5th goal for Senegal. That was a very impressive performance by the Senegalese, and this is the first time they are scoring 5 goals at the FIFA World Cup. So it's a very good one for the Senegalese, and they were able to make it to the round of 32, considering that they were able to score 5 goals in this particular encounter. So it's a good one for the Senegalese. So they've qualified to the round of 32. And then the game between Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia ended goalless. The Cape Verde team had opportunities, but they couldn't convert. But at the end of the day, they still qualified to the next round of the competition. So good one for Cape Verde. This is their first World Cup, and they made history qualifying to the next round. So they finished second in the group, and then they are through. For Saudi Arabia, they had just 2 points and they're out of the competition. Uruguay, they lost to Spain 1-0, courtesy of a goal from Alex Bena. He was the one who scored for the Spanish team in the 42nd minute. And then in the 94th minute, we had Augustin Canobio getting a red card for a very bad challenge he made on a Spanish player, and he was given a red card in that game. So a very sad one for Uruguay, two-time winners of the World Cup, crashing out at the group stage of the competition. It was a very sad one for the Marcelo Bielsa's team, and not a good one for them. I'm sure players like Valverde, I remember he was taken off in the second half of the game, and he was very unhappy with that substitution. A very sad one that Uruguay couldn't make it. If they had gotten a draw in this game against Spain, they would have qualified. But unfortunately for them, they lost 1-0, and that was it. So sad one for Uruguay as they go back to Montevideo. So that is the outcome of the game between Spain. So Spain finished top of the table with 7 points. Cape Verde had 3 points. So Cape Verde drew all their 3 games, and then Uruguay finished third with 2 points. Saudi Arabia also finished with 2 points. So those two teams are out of the competition. And then for the game between Egypt and Iran, it ended 1-1. It was a game that the Iranians got a penalty, but they couldn't convert it. They lost that penalty. The Egyptians took the lead through Mahmoud Sabah. Mahmoud Sabah was the one who gave the Egyptians the lead in the 50th minute. And then we had Ramin Rezaeian equalizing for Iran in the 14th minute. That game was played at the Seattle Stadium. And in fact, the Iranians scored a goal in the second half, in a stoppage time goal, but VAR ruled it out for offside. So the Iranians are out of the competition. The 3 games they played at this competition, they played 3 draws. So they played a draw against New Zealand, 2-2 against Belgium. They played a 1-1 draw, and then against Egypt, they've played another 1-1 draw in this particular encounter. So Egypt and Belgium are through to the round of 32 because Belgium they went on rampage against the New Zealand team, scoring 5 goals. Leandro Trossard scored a brace that game. Kevin De Bruyne was able to score. Romelu Lukaku was also on the he was also on the scoring sheet in that particular encounter. So it was a total dominance for the Belgian team. Elijah Just was the person who scored the consolation goal for the New Zealand team. I think the guy has been very, very good in this competition. I remember in their first game against Iran, they scored the 2 goals for the New Zealand team. I'm sure the top clubs in Europe might be looking at his direction, considering the way he has performed in this competition. So that is it. Belgium finished top of the table with 5 points, but with a superior goal difference than Egypt. Egypt also had 5 points in this group. Iran had 3 points, and New Zealand finished 1 point in this group. If you have any comment you want to give, please feel free to do so. Drop your comment in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching and do have a wonderful time. Bye for now.